Good morning, Back to Basics. It is me, Julie, and this is our week where we talk about self-sabotage, and I hope mine's going to be brief because last week I was really long and I didn't mean to be. In any case, today is Friday. It is the last Friday before I turn 50. I turned 50 on Monday, and I mentioned my birthday because, one, I've been thinking about the big 50, the big 50th birthday for, seems like a year. I turned 49 and I started dreading my 50th birthday. But as I've gotten closer to my 50th birthday, I realized that I actually am probably the happiest I've been in a really long time. I do things that I find are fulfilling to me. My teaching, which you can see in the background, my photography, my friends, my family, and I cast aside those things, or at least I try to. I cast aside those things that I know are not healthy for me. And when I mean not healthy, and I think we're all still susceptible to this. I'm not saying that I do this because I still find that I sabotage myself. But I think that when we sabotage ourselves, we are doing it out of an emotional response, or stress, which is emotion as well. But we're doing it out of a place that comes from our head, and not really doing it because we are thinking of ourselves first. And that sounds very selfish, saying, I'm thinking of myself first. In actuality, it's not. You can't really be of assistance to somebody unless you know what you're doing. And you can hardly know what you're doing if you don't know how you feel and you're not aware of your needs too. We can't help others without knowing that, or at least empathizing and sympathizing with what they've gone through. It's in my bell. Class is going to start in 5 minutes. In any case, my self-sabotage comes from being so overwhelmed with emotion that I am automatically going to something way back in the recesses of my mind and seeking comfort through food. I don't do it anymore as much as I used to. I still self-sabotage. I'm having a hard time getting myself to exercise lately. And I don't know really what that's about. I think it's not, again, giving myself enough time. But I'm letting myself work through that. And I'm not beating myself up about it. And the thing about self-sabotage is that oftentimes when we are self-sabotaging is we do beat ourselves up about it then afterwards. So not only are we sabotaging ourselves, then we get mad at ourselves for sabotaging ourselves and we beat each other. I mean, it's like this vicious circle of negativity. And so the key thing, at least for me, in the past 4 years since I've had my surgery, is that realizing who I am, what I want, and putting that first. After I had my surgery, I would buy, the regular foods for my family that I knew that they liked, but that were not good for me. And I soon realized, you know what? If they really want that food, one, they can go out and get it. My kids were younger, so I realized that they didn't need the crappy food that I was bringing into the house. So I stopped bringing it in. I realized that that was self-sabotage. I was making an excuse so that the food could be brought in. I made an excuse, I'm making excuses to myself to not exercise. All of these things add up to self-sabotage. And as my 50th birthday approaches, I realize that I don't have time to do this anymore. I've got to start taking care of me. The kids are knocking at the door, so I got to hurry up. I've got to take time for me. And at some point, my body knows what I put into it. It's never going to lie to me. The only thing that lies to me is the brain up here. So I might as well start taking care of the brain and start making the brain useful. And so I constantly ask myself, is this for my benefit, or am I doing this for someone else or something else, or to get rid of something else? And that's how I kind of try to keep self-sabotage at bay. Still working on it. Exercise has got to come into the play someday. Hopefully this weekend, before I turn 50 on Monday. That's all I have to say. It's a work in progress, and it always will be. I think, first and foremost, don't kick yourself because of self-sabotage. We all do it to ourselves. Second of all, realize that it's your brain, not anything else. And know that you have the power, ultimately, to put yourself first. All right, have a great weekend, everybody. I will see you soon. Bye.